Hey, what's up? Doug Cunnington here from Niche Site Project. And this is sort of like the behind the scenes conversation that Dom and I had. Now, Dom Wells from Human Proof Designs was in another full interview. I'll put the link somewhere around here so you can get to it. If you haven't seen that, it'll be cool to watch the whole thing. We kept recording because Dom thought of an answer to one of the questions that I asked him, and he didn't know the answer during the main interview. So we started rolling again, started talking about that. Then the conversation turned to productivity, and I asked him some questions about his ideal day and sort of how he structures his work. So super interesting conversation, and let's just go to the conversation right now. Hey, what's up? Doug Cunnington from Niche Site Project. And Dom and I were sitting here talking. We just finished our interview, and I realized I had a few more questions I wanted to ask. And Dom realized that he thought of an answer to a question from Rapid Fire. So if you didn't watch the video earlier, you need to rewind, watch the full interview. But the question was, what purchase of $100 or less has had a big impact on your life? And Dom thought about it. He said, I could do 500. So what is a good item that you purchased in the last year or so?
So a conference ticket to Dynamite Circle Bangkok, which is not a plug for this particular conference. It's just that's the one I went to. I think the ticket was $499, so that's why I said 500. The conference is Saturday and Sunday, but you can spend I think $100 extra or $79 extra at the early bird pricing to go to the mastermind the day before, so the Friday. So I went for that option, and there's a lot of people that were like, yeah, I don't go to the mastermind because I don't have a problem with my business. I don't need a question answered. And I was like, but you pay $75 to spend 6 hours talking about business. How could you not get a positive ROI from that? And in my particular one, I got a few ideas for Human Proof Designs, which has led me to probably $20,000 in revenue from something like a product idea I got, which we haven't released yet, but I emailed a few people who might be interested about it, and it generated us probably, $20,000 revenue. And that's from a $100 add-on to a conference. So
nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good ROI.
Very cool. Yeah, I do and for people that don't know, the Dynamite Circle is from the Tropical MBA folks. Fantastic podcast. That's one of the few podcasts that I still listen to. And I have not been to any of their conferences. I'm actually not in the DC or anything, but I think they do one in Austin too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think in April this year in Austin.
Really? I maybe need to make that a priority because Austin is really awesome. It's a great city, tons of barbecue. Have you been there, Dom, by the way?
I haven't, no. I'm tempted to go to this one as well, but I'm going to be in the States in March, so I'm not sure if I want to stay or head back and then go there again, so I'm not sure.
You should stay, man. You should stay.
Yeah, well, I can, so... Yeah.
I had a couple productivity questions, so I know a lot of people are interested in this. So how do you organize your work and generally stay productive? Are you pretty organized?
No. I'm the worst person to talk to about productivity, although maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, I used to feel guilty because I would be I'm terribly unorganized, so therefore I'm never going to succeed. So I guess I can wave the flag for the disorganized people and say, you can do it. How do I organize my day? I mean, pretty much I have a pen and paper and I write a to-do list on it, and genuinely believe that having it on a pen and paper works better than having it digitally. I don't know why. It's just I don't know, it just feels different. I used to asterisk the things that were the most important that absolutely needed to get done that day. But generally now my team do those things. Today I had do a podcast, which I didn't do, create this piece of content, which I did, and do that one other thing, which I also did. And that's pretty much how I organize my day.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't have any magic systems or anything.
By the way, I like pen and paper as well. One thing I discovered, do you use Evernote at all? Or
I used to, but no, not anymore.
So I used to use it a little bit because everyone was talking about it. So what you can do now is I'm looking at notebooks down below. So I have
legal pads and stuff and notes. And actually the questions that I thought of for you, I wrote it on this legal pad. What you can do is take pictures with your smartphone, and then the text is searchable. It could read your handwriting. So it's searchable. So I have like notebooks all over the place with notes and different information, and it's fantastic because I could take a picture, throw it away, and now it's searchable. It's out of my head. I don't need to worry about it anymore. So it's something to look into if you do like, I'm sure other tools do it, but like the AI to read the handwriting is like game changing for me, because now I could search my notes that I like took. Pretty cool.
That is pretty cool, because I often know I've written something somewhere, but I can't remember what it is, and I can't remember where it is, and I'm going through my notepad being like, where did I write this thing? Yeah. So if you could just remember like one key word or something, that would be good.
And that's basically it. Yeah. And what's an ideal day look like for you? An ideal work day?
So recently I've been waking up and doing some stretches in the morning, like kind of not quite yoga, but I suffer from a bit of a bad lower back, as probably a lot of work at home people do. So I've just got like a kind of 30-minute routine that stops my back hurting, sort of strengthening and everything. And then I listen to Headspace as well, which is like, if you're not familiar with Headspace, it's like a kind of guided meditation app. I've been doing that for about probably 40 days now. Yeah, I mean, every now and then I'll miss a day. So it's not 40 days consecutively, but it's probably 40 days I've done 37 days in a row or total.
Right.
Then I'll usually work. I try and just work up to lunch and then work after lunch. And a lot of the time, if I'm not working, I'm still thinking about work. There's a lot of mental space dedicated to it. So it really depends what it is, because when I first started, I was just writing articles. I was doing all this kind of like hustling type work, whereas now it's more strategic because I have a team to do a lot of my legwork. But I'll still do the podcast or I'll write some blog posts, but that's not consistent. So every day it could be different.
Very good. Cool. Any productivity tips for people as we sign off here?
Figure out what works for you, because what a lot of us fall for is thinking, okay, that guy recommended Trello and he's a millionaire, so I'm going to use Trello or I won't make any money. And, maybe Trello's great for you, maybe Asana's great for you, maybe Basecamp's great for you, maybe nothing's great for you. So I think try lots of different things and learn as much as you can about how you work. Like one thing I've had success with recently is realizing when I'm not in a working mood and just being like, okay, I'm not going to work, instead of trying to fight it for 4 hours and still not working.
Right.
So like the more you learn about yourself, I think the more you can learn what works for you, and then just do that.
That's perfect, man. Nothing to add. I agree 100%. Well,
yeah. And productivity is your thing. So
yeah. And I'm just as unorganized as you, but I just put up a strong, tough face here. So, all right, everyone, check out Dom's stuff at Human Proof Designs. I'll place links below. And again, if you missed the interview, it's fantastic. I'll put a card up and a link to that one. We talk about how Dom got started online and what he's working on now. So really good interview there. Appreciate it, Dom. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, thanks for watching. If it's your first time on the channel, have a look around. If you're interested in affiliate marketing, Amazon affiliate marketing, or project management, please consider subscribing. Thanks, Dom. Appreciate your time as well, and we'll see you around. Thanks.